All right, everybody, welcome back here. CEVO MLG Pro League Season 7 here in Europe with our one series of the day. Publiclir versus x6tence. Moving into map 2 right now. This is the pick of x6tence, and it's Mirage, if you couldn't quite tell. I'm Helium, and with me is Later. What's going on?
I think what's going on is that x6tence really needs this pistol round. I mean, obviously any round you can win on Mirage is good, but I feel like this one, more so than any other pistol round, has a lot of morale and momentum riding on it. It seems like they're actually going to be moving right into a stack of Publiclir. Let's see if they can even get out of apartments.
Well, looks like they will battle their way through, but Aw trying to answer back with that long-range USP. Doing what he can. With how many bullets does he have now? Look at that. That HUD back online.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was about to restart my game.
Press control to bring up the map and then put it away. It fixes it. Interestingly enough, but Oz at the stairs, going to find Kyrie trying to push over. Mason still trying to get the bomb down. He's actually going to fake it, and that's going to put Oz jumping up onto the ticket booth. He will be spotted, and Flippin moving in, going to, surgically remove the head of Quicks right there. That's how precise that USP is. And Mason going for the old, talk about precision. Here's like the perfect antithesis, the jumping burst block over a box. He will get it. Mason, though, brings him down.
Yeah, I mean, the jumping burst Glock feels, as you said, like the antithesis of the precision of a USP. But, I mean, I don't know. We've seen crazier things in Counter-Strike. The jumping now is meaningless in terms of inaccuracy. As far as I'm concerned, a jumping burst fire Glock is the same as a standing burst fire, an unmoving burst fire Glock. With the ability players have to hit shots with it. And this is not the first pistol round we've seen x6tence win, but this is the last time we did see them win a pistol round. They got eco'd pretty much immediately afterwards. So let's see if the now CTs of Publiclir can get to work and put a hurt back on x6tence. And, so close to hitting that Scotch. He's going to get pushed up on, probably going to get punished for that miss, and he does.
Yeah, bringing in the big bucks. 600 there for Musambani, finding the SMG kill. I like that the UMP, where the ump here is still had a big presence in this game, at least from the x6tence roster. The MAC-10, though, for Mason to strike. Quicks trying to do what he can, but that's one clip, one kill. He's got one more. He'll jam it in there, go for the repeat. And did he actually get one more? Yeah, he did. He did find that second kill, but Kyrie was able to silence him. So 2-on-1 right now. Dominate last man here. Oh, whoa. I don't even know where Kyrie was.
Hit a great shot coming through the connector there, and that is going to push x6tence up 2-0, but they're also able to recover an AK-47. So probably not the round they were looking for. They didn't save as much cash as I'm sure they would have wanted to, but I think grabbing that AK at the last second was a big saving grace for them. It's going to allow them to buy up some more rifles around it and be, once again, pretty financially invested in the round. The only player not financially invested around is Kyrie, who has no primary weapon on him, and it's that's not as soon going to be taken up by and off if they can win this round. It would be really unfortunate if he gets punished for not having the rifle, but I don't think that is going to be the case.
I think, you know what? I've just come up with a strategy in my head right now, since x6tence seems to be just cleaning this one up. You should get your opper to not really buy anything, maybe like armor, that's it. And then one of your guys drop him a submachine gun so that if he does get some kills, he gets the big bucks, like 600 bucks coming in. And you just stack the money on that player that wants to go for the op.
Yeah, I guess that is a good idea. The alternative to that would just be the guy who buys the SMG just holds on to it, he racks up cash and drops the other guy in offer.
Yeah, I guess everyone's money is everyone else's money.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But no, I think there's definitely some merit there. I think it's just a little bit too high risk in that you're just going to be, like one guy's going to effectively be shooting. Like, if he buys an SMG for his teammate, does he just use a pistol? Like, what's the difference between one player versus the other? But Musambani definitely noticed the difference between having a rifle or not. Yeah, getting loose the AK-47, catching two players pushing all the way up mid. An interesting surprise strategy from Publiclir that is not working out. I was initially concerned about x6tence's ability to play from the T side of this map. And even though they are now starting to shed a player or two, it seems like they are looking pretty good. Oz in a great position. Oh, gets caught out, gets one, and unable to get the second one. Really good moves splitting on him there, not allowing him to focus on both targets at the same time.
So Zita was able to survive. He was pushing to underpass, and now that'll be you know, he's the first responder here coming from the apartments. He's going to get one, and Mason, you know, reveals himself by shooting at Dominate there. So they found those players almost immediately, and now you can just tap the bomb here, try to force Kyrie to peek. He will throw, oh, that pop flash did not quite go over, but it does actually still fully blind Dominate, and he'll go in and bring down Zitta. Who I guess, was he trying to stick on the defuse still? He had no kit, so it was 10 seconds.
Well, yeah, he was actually past the 5-second mark. He had just hit 5 seconds when Kyrie killed him, so he would have had the bomb defused had he had a kit, which is really unfortunate, and a really great pop flash from Kyrie. I'm not even sure if he knew he was being pushed up on like that. I'm pretty sure Dominate had shift walked all the way up to them, so really great awareness from him right there to pick up that round win. And that's actually another round where he's just going to be using a Tech 9. He doesn't have a rifle. Even though he has $5,700, I guess knowing that their team is going to eco, he's not even risking buying it off. He knows he could buy one next round pretty much no matter what. But gutsy play there. I kind of like that. It's not something you ever really see anyone not buying when they have the opportunity just because you know you're going to be running into pistols where they might set up a trap for you anywhere, try to rush you down if you have an off.
And where the Tech 9 actually is probably better, at least if you're going to be on the front lines. I'm sure he'd like to save that armor.
Not a bad secondary weapon.
So this was a, whoa, Quicks is going to be brought down by Kyrie as he pushed into the apartments. But that was a weird round for Existence. They put 3 people over towards A. They set smokes. They throw some, you know, nades and molotovs to get people out of positions. But they never really executed on the site. They eventually just started finding the picks. And all the while, the bomb with one other person was over in the B halls. They have brought it obviously back around and planted at A. But now it doesn't really matter what they did with Zitta, just the last guy up versus 4.
Yeah, it's not a terrible strategy. When you're a team that is on an eco, you tend to shuffle those feet a lot more because you so badly want to be right and make the right decision. I mean, if you don't position yourself properly, you're pretty much not going to win the round automatically. So you always want to make sure you're setting the proper trap. And when you throw those set nades and smokes, if you don't come out on it, there's going to be a lot of feet shuffle. Players get really impatient, start to move around, and it's easy pickings if you have a rifle. If you're looking in the right direction, you'll probably be able to catch someone moving out of position. So I kind of like that play there, getting the Publiclir players to move around and move out of cover. But this round, they're going to be going in with no sets, nades, and smokes, probably surprising Publiclir a little bit, but Dominate can't be caught off guard.
Yeah, just trying to get that raw speed. They hit those entries, and then they will drop the smoke. One CT spawn, one over there towards jungle. Oh, but going to get pushed through. Ron is going to go down. So now it's just Flippin and Musambani. Musambani going to get one. Flippin finds another on that CT player. Zitta trying to come up A ramp now. Let's see if he can do this. He's going to smoke off and try to stick on that bomb. We'll see Flippin.
Pros
don't fake.
Flippin, tough, yeah. Tough. Wanted revenge from before when he was unable to win the round against Kyrie, and Publiclir picking up that round win against Existence. Probably that has to be a tough one to lose if you are Flippin', but good thing is they have a huge economy built up and a big cushion of rounds. So if they can win this round right here, they will really put Publiclir in a bad position economic-wise. This is kind of still pretty similar to what we saw in the first game, kind of just a role reversal here. You know, in this instance, last game, it was Publiclir that was just slamming the economy of Existence by winning essentially this round, whatever the equivalent was score-wise of this round, and Flippin's going to catch one off guard. He sees one in jungle. Can he get a second one? And he does. What a great shot right there. Can he make a 3? And he cannot be slowed down. Ron picking up another one in the process.
Yeah, and this is a situation where, well, it is now, I think, officially the situation where this is your best-case scenario as a terrorist team. You had 5 rounds in a row. You put the CTs on max loss bonus. They forced up with everything they had, and then you just decimated them. They're going to have to save. I mean, they don't have to, but most likely going to have 2 eco rounds now coming off of this. So that's going to be like 2 free wins for Existence on top of this one. So that's going to be like 9-1 in the most likely scenario.
Right, and so that is exactly
8-1.
Well, yeah,
I can math later.
I mean, it's so hard to say, like, you know, counting those definitive rounds, because who knows? Even when Publiclir does get back on the map, who knows if they are able to slow down the momentum that Existence is able to pick up. So it could very easily be 9. But, you know, time will tell from here, and also it'll be just they're not looking good on cash. $1,400 is not what you're looking for. That's peanuts in this game.
They're not looking good on cash. and neither was Existence. Boom.
Oh man, you're all over the place with the
I really
cash
am.
puns today. That's not bad though. You're 2 for 2.
I actually just got into casting to make really bad puns in front of thousands of people. Casting.
That was kind
me.
of yours from before.
It was my other good pun.
And with that, Existence going to be going over towards the B bomb site. They've showed that they like to work the B bomb site, but they haven't quite taken it so aggressively. And Publiclir is actually going to come out on top with that early engagement. Who is that? Musambani not quite close enough to capitalize on that second frag, hitting Oz down to 1 HP. It's really not where you want to be. Oh, flash kill? Flash kill?
You're really
not
hoping
happen
for that, huh?
I mean, how often? I've seen it like twice
I've seen it
in
like
my entire
once,
life.
yeah.
And it's always like on like the
just gotta visit
the
Reddit more.
subreddit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always where I see it, but you never get to see it actually happen right in front of you.
I've seen our cameraman that we normally have. It's me botching the camera the last 2 rounds, by the way, stream, so you can put your pitchforks into me. But our cameraman, I've played with him a couple times. He's got smoke kills with those 1 HPs.
That's awesome.
It's always a laugh.
I want to live that life. And Musambani coming into the B-bomb site, gonna catch 1 frag.
Oh, he picks up a nade.
1 HP and make that 2. I wonder if they're just gonna. Nah, I was gonna say there's no way the guy that was Van will even know that they were backpedaling from that position unless he has great headphones, which he might. So I actually like this fallback when I was considering that Existence might want to just go back to be with those 2 frags and enjoy an open bomb site, but Dominated Awe moved so aggressively over there. This is definitely the right call. I'm not sure if they know it's the right call quite yet, but if they can get a frag on Awe here from CT, or at least molly him out and put some pressure on him, I think they will soon learn it was the right call.
Looks like Dominate is still going to try to go for this. I'm pretty positive. I mean, all right, we'll let Dominate do his thing here. I won't talk over the man. Let's see what he's got. Oh, we'll spot the head of Musambani. Gets a day kill. He gets them both. He almost got them both. All right, now I can't even criticize him for trying to go for it because he really did almost have it. But Publiclir started off that round with the first kills on their pistol round with some players with armor. But the problem was, all those were in the back of the apartments. They couldn't go get those guns. So even though they had the man advantage, they still had low HP and were on pistols. So I thought for a second, like, Dominate and Awe or like whatever, screw it. Let's just go back to those apartments, pick up those guns, and save them so that we can have another round. Because here you go. Like, this is that double eco I was talking about. And that most likely scenario that was going to be 8-1 is probably going to happen here for Existence in round 9. But that was quite an effort from Dominate with that P250.
Definitely, yeah. Just seeing just the very tops of those heads popping over the box and hitting him through the wood. And Oz getting to work on his own with a pistol, hitting Musambani down really low. Musambani not afraid of the low HP lifestyle, but the A site is on.
Living on the edge. Musambani. Probably, I don't know. You think he's like the biggest name? I feel like that's the name most people are going to recognize.
Flippin'. I'd say Flippin'.
Flippin's old school.
Yeah, definitely, and with the performance he's putting up this game with 16 frags, I'm sure. If he's not on your radar as an old school player, he should be.
He was all chatting one time, saying like, yeah, I played in like CPL Winter Oslo like 2004 or 5, whenever it was. And then someone on the other team was like, I was born in 2005.
No, oh my God.
Not quite, but like.
I know, but like that's like, I guess that is kind of like the next level.
It's like almost possible at this point.
Yeah, I didn't even know Counter-Strike was a thing back in 2004. So yeah, the fact that he was professional at that time or competing at a high level at that time is mind blowing to me, and he still has it. It's kind of I don't know. I was listening to that Joe Rogan podcast with Nothing the other day, and he was talking. I thought it was pretty interesting. I didn't really learn anything I didn't already know, but I thought it was a good.
Well, it wasn't really for
esports
people, it was to take the common man, the UFC fan, I guess.
Exactly, which I am. So I guess in some way it was kind of for me. And Quake's actually getting a good frag on Musambani in middle, catching him off guard there. One thing you did talk about, Joe, is kind of curious that when can you stop playing games? When are your reflexes become an issue? And wow, Mason and Kyrie teaming up. I'll talk about it after this round. V-Take is on.
It's not this round, that's for sure. Zita will get one. Flippin', the old man, I guess, is the point you were getting towards. Brings down Zita. So that puts it 3-on-2. Once again, it's going to be Dominate and Awe here for Publiclir. And it looks like they are both coming into that market. And, well, they've got no money to buy anything, so they will run away.
Let me get back to my Joe Rogan story.
Talk to me about that podcast.
Just talking about how, at what point is Nothing no longer able to play because he doesn't have the reflexes to play competitively anymore. And it kind of got me thinking, I mean, the initial answer I thought to myself was like never, right? Like your reflexes are never going to be poor enough
That
to
was
play
like
Counter-Strike.
25.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there is no like too old to play. I think if anything, it's just too old to hold your interest anymore. And at that point, everything starts to go. But I mean, at this high level of Counter-Strike, yes, they all have ridiculous reflexes. But more important than the reflexes, being able to position themselves properly to the point where they don't need to use their reflexes. You know, none of them want to use their reflexes.
Once you hit 25, you just transition to IGL.
Yeah, you start calling strats and try to put yourself in a position where you don't need to hit those crazy flicks, those, you know, the inhuman reactions with Hiko. Like, yeah, like, that works for a little bit, but that's not a sustainable strategy. No one wants to rely on that.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
I mean, I'm curious to see, as some of these players do get older, if that actually does become a factor, or if the brain smarts and game awareness and clocked hours are just going to amount to enough where the reflexes won't matter too much. And I'm going to see a 1-for-1 trade in the B apartment's existence just been working Publiclir on this map.
Yeah.
Flippin finds a frag on the other side of the map as well.
I mean, this is what I would have expected for Existence to bring out on Mirage. I really did not expect for them to get just rolled over on Cash. That was a little surprising, but still not quite out of this round yet. They've got it to a 3-on-2. Still an okay shot here. Oz is going to make it a 2-on-2, flipping with 4 HP. And Zeta with 27.
Oz, so close.
And well, actually, Oz going to get another. Looks like it could be their round here. Musambani, the last one. He's out towards middle. He was just heard by that player in window. That is Zeta. And he does not have the bomb. He's going to have to make his way over towards that. And Zeta might be here to cut him off. But again, low HP. Musambani will see him. Now into a 1-on-1. Still going to, have to cross the path. That nade going to give him away a little bit. Good flash as well. Let's see if he can hit the shot.
Oh, he saw the shoulder.
Wow, Musambani will do it. Bringing home that 1v2 clutch and making Publiclir's life still really, really hard. And I know we were talking, it was, I think, still in the pregame on the vetoes where I've seen plenty of times where it goes 12-3 favor of the T side here in the European Pro League, and it is still brought back the other way to an overtime. So we'll see.
That would be pretty crazy stuff we're seeing. And, you know, to be fair, to kind of go hand in hand with that that hypothesis, or, you know, theory, I don't even know what to call it, quite yet before it's proven, but Publiclir didn't exactly have the best CT side on Cash. They were definitely their most dominant on the terrorist side, so who is to say that, you know, they can't put it together once they're on the terrorist side as well. But you know, the fact that they're just now hitting their stride, I feel like does not necessarily bode well for them in the future. And keeping 3 players alive is a good start, but they're also putting themselves in a position, once again, really similar to the first game, where Existence can slam them right now, hurt their economy, and, you know, they'll go back to their lose 13-2 very similarly.
It's so funny because Existence, if they get this, will have really hit the perfect situation twice. 5 rounds in a row, 1-off win from CTs, 5 rounds in a row, possibly a 1-off win from CTs. That is the best case scenario that you can have as a terrorist.
No, I think the best case scenario you can have
15-0.
is 16-0. Yeah. But, you know, if you have to give up rounds, that is not a bad way to do it.
But this is still technically easier than 16-0 because there's going to be less rifle rounds involved because you're winning so many of these back-to-back ecos. But holy Dominate. Now we know why his name is Dominate, because this guy just shows up. And if the story that Quicks or Lincoln11 here on the in-game told me is true, Dominate and Oz H or Oz are just his real-life buddies that play CS. Which is insane because they're so good. Maybe it's just, you know, hashtag just Sweden things, but like these guys are insane.
Yeah, they just happen to be his friends who he met at Inferno Land, who they played, you know, 1.3, 4, 5, and 6 with, and then Source, and then Go 15 years ago. So yeah, it's not like I'm sure.
What about Condition Zero later?
What about it?
I don't know. I'm just playing.
What about it? But yeah, and as you said, they are probably just real life friends. But I'm sure Counter-Strike had something to do with the beginnings of their friendship, and I'm sure that's just kind of how a lot of things go in Sweden for people in similar, you know, Counter-Strike interest groups. It makes me really jealous that I don't live there, or didn't live there as a kid.
Yeah, seriously. I have to move back over. It's like the second esports capital of the world, Sweden.
What's first? Oh, I just think Korea. Yeah.
I've been to Korea, so I've hit 1 of 2 of the stops on my quest. But we'll see what happens here. Lincoln already brought down, or Quicks, excuse me, to 34 HP. He's hanging out in the apartments, pushed up aggressive there with his buddy Zeta supporting on the catwalk. And he's just waiting for the call to let that flash fly. Musambani trying to get some mid control, and actually mid control does belong completely to these terrorists. Looks like they are going for the mid to B split. Lincoln gonna get 1. And the rest of Existence coming up the catwalk will pay off. Completely smoked off here from the connector. We saw Awe spamming through. 4-on-3 right now. Bomb going down in the B site. Awe's going to get one. Get two, actually. Flippin'. Still alive and kicking. Will finally bring in Oz. Dominate, though, from up top on the apartments. We'll find him, and Musa and Bonnie coming in on a 1-on-2. We've already seen him take on one of these 1v2s.
No time, though.
Yeah, this one not going to be possible. Gets to the bomb and runs out of time. Now needs to stay alive, or he's going to be kind of money screwed, but we'll actually just find himself another $300. Yeah,
I'm a little surprised that Nate actually drifted so far away from him, knowing how much time was on the clock. He really just didn't want to put himself in a position where he got fragged and then, you know, quick 180 from the terrorist. The other guy gets fragged. They lose the round with a second on the clock. But there was a really good opportunity to hurt the economy from that last remaining terrorist. I guess going into the buy round, once again, doesn't really matter. But, you know, anything helps, especially when you're down, what, 6 rounds on CT side of Mirage. It's really, you know, an unconventional position to be in. So sometimes I think you got to make some unconventional plays.
Mason going to find the entry here on the connector.
No luck, Musa and Bonnie, no luck.
Flippin' going to get an entry over there as well. Quickly bringing it to a 3-on-3. Musa and Bonnie still around mid with the control. Kyrie, I think, was the bait there, down to 6 HP. He'll be easy cleanup for Awe, but he'll have to deal with 2 more. And actually gets one of them. 7 bullets in the clip. Musa and Bonnie finds him. That'll put him in a 1v1. He's already got 2 kills on the round. He's going up against Zeta, and the bomb will be planted. But he's exposed. Hard to plant and hide from CT spawn. And Publiclir. They do rally there at the end, getting 4 in a row. 10-5 is definitely doable. We've seen these teams have those strong T-sides. And I'm actually curious. I'm going to go to our... Okay, that's the overlay that's still there. I want to check out what were the average rounds for both these teams on T-side Mirage. And our statistics that we have in the one map that they each played will not help us at all.
No, yeah, not really so much an average as it is a just telling you how they did last time.
Which you can clearly see that Existence didn't need any T rounds because they clearly won 11 on CT and then only needed a couple there on T side.
But the
Somehow
players are
that
wasting
doesn't add to 16,
time.
and I'm a little confused.
They're wasting no time in going live, and Existence, I'm sure, has to credit a lot of their success in that first half to Flippin, who picked up 25 frags in 15 rounds. That is really good. His next closest teammate, 13 frags, so he's almost doubled his next closest teammate. That's pretty good, and I'm sure that has to be pretty frustrating if you're Publiclir, especially after putting the momentum together at the end. It's just like, we just gotta kill this Flippin guy. We just gotta kill him.
Just Flippin' kill him.
Oh man, that one wrote itself.
It really did. And they're pushing up aggressive here, up catwalk. Will be good if maybe Mason can get 1 kill here. That might be just what he needs to let his team, you know, have a little extra time to get in there. He lands some shots, doesn't find a kill, but he's staying alive here, and that's going to be important.
Oh.
Actually, he will get 2 through the window, just like that. Can he find a 3rd? That nade doing a lot of damage, and he will move in. Not quite finding that 3rd kill, but very nearly. And now 3-on-3 coming in. He did enough, though, that's for sure. Flipping with the P2K coming in. Just like we talked about, he's got 20. That's his 26th kill. Oz, though, from the bench. Will he be too strong? No. Flippin' takes him down. 1-on-1 here. No kit. Not sure if there's one in the site. Won't matter. Oh, going to blast him out of the first round. And Publiclir will take it. That's going to be 5 in a row now for them.
Yeah, good job keeping the momentum up from... how come... scoreboard glitch. Never mind. I don't know why... No, wait. Why does Ron have no money? Or is it's a glitch. The game, he has a gun now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It showed $0. I don't know why.
Do you even have CS installed later? You've been having a lot of bugs.
You would know if it is if I that I do have it installed because of how many bugs I'm encountering.
Yeah, that's
if it was
actually
bug
true.
free, you would know I was.
I don't know if you are playing Counter-Strike. You have not encountered a bug yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely playing. How I know I'm playing the right version of Counter-Strike is how buggy the scoreboard is. And Mason in a great position here to pick up a bunch of frags. Gonna find one and get a lot of other damage out there. Yeah.
Ron with the deagle, holding down CT spawn. Will take off the head of Awe or Oz. Zeta moving over on top of Tetris. Gonna find Musa and Bonnie. So 3-on-3 real quick, just like that. Existence. Doesn't look like they invested too... Okay, they invested pretty heavily into this round, actually. Kyrie, though, not quite a 1-dig, but, you know, close enough. Zeta, again, moving over the stairs, taking so many shots from the back, and Kyrie will actually get him. So Existence are able to hold on to that round and win it there with the long-range deagle lockdown.
Are we seeing an exact... redo of the first map with just a team swap?
Perhaps.
Is that what we're seeing right now? I guess the win out towards the end of the last half really throws that out the window. But Existence kind of putting on their best Publiclir impression there and picking up an eco round of their own, really retaining control of the economy, the map, and really going to be putting themselves in a position where they can cruise their way to a victory run. Picking up an AK-47, I'm sure he really appreciates that gift from Awe. So let's see if he can put it to good use. The A-take is on. That is not a great flash. Not the flash they were looking for to get out of apartments.
Quick's going to move over those stairs. He will take down one. That was Mason. He had already found a 2K Kyrie with 2 as well. And a lot of money thrown into that round for both teams. A couple rifles, submachine gun and a pistol for Existence. Pistols and armor there for Publiclir. So this will be their full eco round. Maybe still see some upgraded pistols, but no armor as they'll want to buy up moving into round 20. So Existence looking to get through this one with minimal casualties.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point in the game, I guess it's not that they can really afford to just give up frags for the sake of giving up frags, but with the amount of rounds that they've picked up, they're at the point where they can get down and dirty. They can get in there and start to force some engagements, really put the pressure on Publiclir, and try to close this out in kind of a dominating fashion. But yeah, while Publiclir does have pistols in their hands, you don't want to just give them rifles for nothing.
Gonna find one there with the MP7 out towards the middle. So cleaning him up here. Losing only one. Bonnie hanging on by a thread. Trying to do what he can. And Oz in middle almost gets one more, but can't quite do it before Kyrie silences him. So there it is, 13-6. Now we'll see a rifle round for Publiclir. See what they can do here on the T side. Already Existence almost match, you know, the rounds on CT side that Publiclir put up.
Yeah, and this is actually something we talked about in the beginning of the game where, for some reason, we're seeing a lot of BO2s where the first map is an upset or a close game of, you know, between two close teams, and the second game kind of goes exactly how you thought the first one would go, right? I feel like we see that, you know, as I was talking about the Cloud9 game where they lost map 1, you know, and then came back and won a 16-0 right after it. Existence kind of got worked really badly on cash on their not their own map pick right off the bat, and now that they are playing on their own map, have really just snapped back into action. This is a different looking Existence team than I think we saw on cash, and obviously you have to credit a lot of that to almost 30 bombing Flippin', but
yeah,
still, it seems like they're playing better all across the whole board.
If I remember right, though, I thought Existence was a pretty good cash team. They had upset some people in the pro placement tournament. I think it was Flipside that they had upset on cash a couple times. So like they're an okay cash team, but I mean they looked like they'd never even like, what map is this?
Yeah, right. But I mean, I don't know. It's 2015. I feel like you can't be a bad cash team anymore, right? It's just like it is one of the it's one of those maps that I'm casting seemingly every time I cast. It's been played so often. It's Inferno, Mirage, and Cash. That's it. That's what I play. That's what I watch.
All right, well, trying to waterfall here into the B site with, you know, armor, pistols, and that one AK up here. Does not look like what the doctor ordered for Publiclir to get back into a healthy position this game. You know, they're getting mowed down right now. Quick's going to find them one more, but that's it. That puts Existence 15. That's match point.
Yeah, and given how that first game went, this has to be a huge sigh of relief for Existence. I mean, I don't think even in that entire first game they even held the lead ever. I'm pretty sure Publiclir won the first pistol on it and really just started getting to work. So the fact that Existence has been able to control a game and dominate a little bit has to feel really good. It must have been so frustrating playing that first game and just not being able to get yourself going. And this round Flippin' really jump-started the team, and Kyrie now getting a pick with an op. 30 frags officially locked in for Flippin', so that's a successful outing right there.
For sure. You can go tell his grandkids after this.
Oh, come on. I didn't say he was old. No regard for human life over there.
I know he's a little older, but I don't know exactly how old he is. And old in esports, as we know, is not very old. But Publiclir still trying to stay in this, doing a good job opening up the site, get it into a 2-on-2. Mason, though, quickly going to bring it back. Oz into a 1-on-1, but the crossfire is there, and Flippin' will take him down.
Yeah, interestingly enough, two convincing games, one for each team, right back to back like that. Not exactly sure what to draw from that, other than I guess I'm kind of thinking about both teams positively coming out of this, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if it can't really hold that one against Publicler as much as we can't really hold the first one against Existence, unless we're just holding both of them against them and saying, hey, you guys, Publicler started CT side on
Like,
Mirage,
hey,
and you
I
gave up.
just wanted to hold you.
Yeah, I just wanted to just grab on and hold you so close to me. But no, but I mean, like they started CT side of Mirage. There's almost no excuse for getting worked that badly when you start in such an advantageous position. It's kind of and now that Nuke isn't in the map list, it's kind of
Yeah, keep
the new
reminding me.
Nuke. Yeah, are you a big Nuke fan?
Yeah, I was.
I mean, I still am a big Nuke fan. I wouldn't, mind seeing it make a return, but as the the new CT sided map, or one of the more CT sided maps, it's a map that they have to come out on top of or have to put some pressure on, especially coming off such an impressive first game. I'm just surprised that they weren't able to stop the force that was flipping.
Really, you think Mirage? I feel like we just have a different opinion here. That Mirage is the more. I feel like it's Inferno and Train for sure.
Okay, I haven't been able to watch Train, been able
True.
to cast it yet.
Well,
so
I mean, you've played it in Source,
well. Definitely. Yeah, that as well. And also, I do watch a lot of, primarily North American Counter-Strike, and North Americans aren't very good at the terrorist side of these maps.
Suck at Mirage.
Yeah, or I mean, it's not Mirage.
Maybe an overgeneralization, but
yeah, it seems like it's all terrorist sides of maps, especially compared to the Europeans. They're just not as coordinated, and they can't make the T sides look as easy as they do. So, to see teams come out and put together such a convincing Mirage terrorist side is, for them probably really standard. But for me, as a North American silver pleb, I've never seen anything like that.
You're not a silver. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it here for the European coverage of the day. Publiclir versus Existence. Ends up a tie, so not really too surprising, although the results of each map were maybe a little surprising, I think. I would have expected two highly contested maps where instead we got Publiclir steamrolling on Cash, Existence steamrolling there on Mirage. Maps that both these teams are pretty good at, but that's the story of the day. And unfortunately for you guys tuning in, we don't have our usual second series coming up. We were going to do a CEVO main game, but we couldn't really let one down for the broadcast in time, so that's all we got here for you today. But coming up tonight in North America, we've got Cloud9 versus Tempo Storm at 8 p.m., and then Cloud9 versus VVV Gaming, Quack, 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 formerly the Flying V. A lot of people, calling them the hope of North America. I don't know if that's subsided.
That seems...
They ran into... They looked so good, and then they got picked up by the sponsor, and then I think have since kind of
they still look
fallen
good,
into a little bit of a
North
rut.
America's hope? I think we're being a little overly optimistic
No,
there.
we're not. We're just really, really looking
desperate.
for hope
So
in North
desperate.
America.
Yeah, it's a North America's false hope, I think, is perhaps what it
this
should have
team
been
won a map. That's the new NA Hope. I'm pretty sure it's
man.
Keydstars, if I'm being honest.
I wish Keydstars was in America for the beginning of this league. That's the team that
Fortunately couldn't work him in.
We can assimilate them. They're going to be North Americans in a matter of time. Everyone's just going to be calling them North American. Just like we call Semphis American. These guys are going to be American in no time.
Just like Alliance winning TI3 for Dota 2, they had an A in their name, so we just USA was the chant. Like, why not? Like, that's what we got to go for. But
if it works, we'll grasp onto anything here.
But definitely Cloud9 being the top dogs in North America, and an organization between every esport, Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Dota 2, Hearthstone. I mean, massive following. So make sure to turn up for that. You can also see Tempo Storm, see how well they can do with their new lineup that they've recently sponsored. And that's all I got, guys. So make sure to follow up the channel, mlg.tv/playcevo. You can also hit Later and I up. I'm Helium Umbrella right there on Twitter. He's got to point the right way. That's Later.
Is my down?
Yeah, down. I think you got it.
I
follow him there.
Perfect.
Later,
also, it looks like Twitter might have changed their font, so you guys should go to their website and check it out. And while you're there, you can follow us. You just kill two birds in one stone. The numbers seem like they're in a different font.
Are you being serious, or are you just trolling?
Oh no, my browser was zoomed out. That's why it looked like it was a different font, but now it was because it was like way thinner than before. Had it on 90% zoom.
I don't condone drug use in casting.
That was It was just I control scroll. That happens all the time.
It does
90%,
actually.
Everything was zoomed out.
But follow later. You need to catch up, man.
I'm so down. I'm at like 258.
Yeah,
What is
you're
that?
good.
I should be
You're
at
in the dust.
258,000. Really.
I think we should add some zeros onto that. And your paycheck.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been pulling for that for even before I started casting. I've been saying CEVO needs to pay me more.
Exactly. All right, guys. Hope you had a good day. We'll see you next time. Until then, peace.
Enjoy.